Hello everyone and welcome back to Tangle Tower. We got a lot of suspicions to do today, Nico.
Yeah, we kind of had like a few things dropped in on us, like, oh, we don't have enough time to do them. So we had to cut that one video a little bit short, as far as I know. Or not even short, we just didn't have enough time. But
Yeah,
now
we just
we're
did
back.
not have enough time.
We're back, and now we have all the time in the world to do them.
Let's freaking do it, starting with Fifi. Let's talk about that book.
Is this your diary, Fifi? We found it in your bedroom.
Of course it is mine. Ridiculous question.
Are you
Why
sure
is it
about
locked
that?
up like that?
You seriously require an explanation. Very well. A fairly common concept, the so-called secret diary, is favored in particular by girls between the ages of 10
So, there are secrets written in here?
and... This particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look
Uh-huh.
unused.
It's someone else's diary, Fifi.
It's somebody else's diary.
How could you arrive at that conclusion? It is kept in my bedroom. It is mine.
We need a clue to compare with the diary. Something to prove who the original owner was.
You know, I completely forgot like what the suspicions were, so there's gonna be like,
I got
okay,
you.
what are we?
So,
You got me.
you ever noticed that the ripped photo here?
Oh, that book! Oh, it's the same cover.
Exactly, it just has a lock on it, so...
Let's take a closer look at this.
Which proves it belongs to Freya.
This blue book is the same thing as the secret diary, which proves it belonged to Freya.
You were hiding Freya's diary in your room, and you kept it locked, too.
Why would I do either of these things?
I don't know.
Why indeed?
Fifi didn't want anyone to see the personal secrets within Freya's diary. Yeah, let's try that.
Fifi
Yep.
didn't want anyone to see personal secrets within Freya's diary.
Is this true, Fifi?
I know Freya was your friend, but if you're trying to hide something,
You did not know Freya, so this might be difficult to understand. She did her own thing, in her own way. By concealing Freya's written accounts, it is simply my intention to preserve her innocence.
Innocence?
might be easier if you just let us read the diary, Fifi.
Very well. I will open it. However, as you read it, please remember, Freya was the most kind and the most wise person I have ever known.
All right, Fifi unlocked the diary.
Finally. What's in there?
You want to read it?
Secret diary. It's back. In the flesh this time. Was it me? Did I let it out? Maybe I should rip it up, that painting. Maybe I should rip up that... Bleh. Soul Bearer works. Impressive look. I have 2 now. Need 2 more. Found my way into the middle. Surprisingly simple, compared to the heart. I saw them, all 5. Eyes blacked out. Despite everything, I still have a promise to you. I'll do my best. She could do with a little company. What the fuck does that all mean?
Eh? I mean, surprisingly simple compared to the harp. There's a harp in the garden.
Yeah. I knew that part at least, but just like the rest of it, it's like,
Weird. Alright, well, we got nothing else to do in here. Ooh, yeah, we have 2 more suspicions over here. So, which one do we want to do? We want to do Detective Hawkshaw or, Fitz?
let's go down the line, so Hawk.
Who really is your employer, Detective
This
Aksha?
little microscope thing?
Or oh
you
yeah,
said
what
you
is that thing?
used it to search the greenhouse.
And this would make perfect sense, if you knew what my client had asked me to find. Of course, I still have no intention of disclosing that information.
You're such a tease, Hawkshaw. Don't worry, we already worked out what you're searching for.
Oh?
The golden beetle.
But
You're not as hopeless as you look.
Thanks.
Yeah. Sorry.
wasn't yeah, don't worry. But wasn't the thing like if you gaze upon it, bad luck will fall upon you?
Yep.
Or so it says.
Yep.
Okay.
So, that's what you were looking for in the greenhouse? This beetle?
Surely even you can understand the logic of it. The greenhouse is home to a great many insects. The gardener could have easily kept the beetle hidden in there.
Well, Fitz said you questioned him, but didn't actually search the greenhouse.
He is not exactly the type to appreciate subtlety. He simply didn't notice that I was using my microscope.
What do you reckon, Grimoire?
I know for a fact she didn't use the microscope in the greenhouse.
It's not a microscope at all because we asked Fifi about it last time and they said it wasn't.
It's not a microscope at all.
All of a sudden, Detective Grimoire is some kind of expert on microscopes.
According to Fifi, uses a telescope lens. So Hawkshaw lied about it.
The handheld microscope, according to Fifi, uses a telescopic lens, so Hawkshaw lied about it. I'm inclined to believe Fifi when it comes to stuff like this.
Hawkshaw, why did you lie about owning a telescope?
When you were a child, what did you aspire to become?
A detective? Naturally.
Emperor of the Galaxy?
I wanted to be an astronomer.
Really?
I harbored a desire to understand the secrets of the wider universe. A fool's errand, to be sure, but a seductive one. At 15, I decided instead to apply my intelligence to the world around me. And so, I became a detective. But the yearning for elusive knowledge is a powerful force. I tried to keep it with me.
Sorry, but we're way off track. What's the deal with the little telescope?
A memento from my childhood. Little more than a toy.
Why did you bring it with you?
When I discovered that it was Professor Pointer who had hired me, I dared to consider it something of a planetary alignment. I had hoped he might sign my telescope. An extremely childish indulgence, I admit.
I never would have guessed.
Hold on. You're admitting you didn't use it in the greenhouse then?
Correct. As it happens, I have no need to search the greenhouse to such a degree. Professor Pointer doesn't consider the gardener a suspect in our theft investigation.
So, who is your suspect?
Things have become complicated. My lead suspect is your murder victim.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Well, that didn't require much deduction. It was only just the one.
Yeah. Weird.
Now, onto the gardener. He still creeps me out.
Just because of him being in the background.
Like, again, I said this before, but the first time we went into this garden, I didn't notice him back there.
Do you aspire to be this creepy when it comes to your character?
Yeah.
So, Fitz, I have a report that you were seen sneaking up Pointer Tower.
Right, I forgot about this.
Holding a knife.
That's not right. I don't go into Pointer Tower. I don't own a knife. And I don't sneak. Was it Fifi who told you this?
How did you know that?
A guess. She doesn't like me very much. But yeah, she was mistaken. Maybe she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
I think Fifi did see him, but he was holding something else.
Yep.
Fifi did see Fitz, but he was holding something else.
Probably
So,
the trowel.
if it wasn't a knife, what was it?
The ornate trowel.
What about this?
Ah, that.
Is it yours?
It was a gift. It's sentimental. I have no reason to take it up Pointer Tower. I don't use it at all.
Are you sure about that? The ornate trowel is used by Fist to look after a potted plant in Penny's room? Yeah, there we go.
An ornate trowel is used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Penny's room.
That flower.
Yes.
I've never seen it before.
Liar!
We need a clue to compare to that flower. Something that proves its connection to Fitz.
The other potted plant.
Let's take a closer look at these.
The pot and soil are the same.
The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil found in Fitz's greenhouse. Let me guess. Penny's flower was originally a gift from you, Fitz. There's no way it's a coincidence.
No way what's a coincidence.
The flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a long time to breed. I wanted the colors to be exactly right.
That's some gift.
Turns out Penny isn't particularly interested in looking after plants. So I go into her room every now and again, when she's not there. Water the flower, change the soil. Just trying to keep it alive.
But why is that worth keeping a secret? I mean, he's taking care of a flower he got for her.
But it definitely shows how their relationship is going. And it's not going great. If he has
but I
to
still,
take care of it.
yeah, he has to take care of it, but I still don't see how that's worth keeping a secret. So unless it's like proof just how poor things are going between them.
It's proof of how poor things are going between them. And remember that, like, hold on. These families, the ones on the bottom and the ones on the top, hate the other.
Yeah.
So seeing a member of the fellow family going up Pointer Tower is a big deal.
But aren't they an item? Were they engaged or are they married?
They are engaged, but they don't like it. Both families don't like the idea.
I would say this seems to be like a Romeo and Juliet situation, but that
But they
might
hate
not
each
be.
other.
Yeah. So, is it possibly an arranged thing to try to broker peace between the two families?
Probably, yeah. And Penny was all for it because Fitz is so handsome, but Fitz is just not interested in Penny because Penny's just so shallow.
Alright. So, what's next?
We have only one thing left to do, and that is to compare everyone's alibis. So let's go to the back to the beginning of the game and talk it over with ourselves. All right, you ready for this?
Yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen, so I'll leave this entirely up to you and how to explain it.
So basically, we're gonna go over the story of how Freya died all over again.
Oh boy.
And we're gonna try to figure out if the alibis clash with each other to see who is lying and who is not. And try to figure out who is the murderer. So let's do this.
That's all the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
to see if anyone's been lying.
That too.
Fitz and I were up
Technically,
in
they
the
follow
Moonlight
the line.
Garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs. They're just outside my room.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me.
Eventually, she let me in.
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her.
Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too.
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long, but when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
That's disappointing.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
They don't just line up. Some of them even seem to specifically confirm each other.
Weird.
Huh.
They're not wrong.
Well, now.
We gotta look around, I guess, because we aren't getting anything. Let's see, nothing here.
Oh, we gotta go through every single spot again?
I have a feeling we have to, yeah.
That fucking still bothers me.
Or at least maybe we gotta talk to people again. Because we still have one suspicion left.
Oh yeah.
I love her outfit, it's so cute.
Actually, doing this makes it so much easier for me to remember who belongs with who.
Yep. I actually didn't know this was a thing. This makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
After playing this game multiple times, I never used this. Alright, we gotta talk to someone. Who do we want to talk to?
You choose. I mean, you know how to play this game.
I'm gonna go back to Flora to make sure that we talked about everything to her.
That is true. We never...
We met Felix, your husband. He's one of our suspects, and he seems pretty suspicious if you ask me. So, if you want to stick up for him, now's your chance.
Nice try. We spoke to your daughter,
You try your
Fifi.
best.
She's some kind of super intelligent scientist. You must be proud of her. We spoke to Hawkshaw. I assume she didn't get anything out of you either. I bet that really ticked her off.
Do you and Fitz have anything to do with each other? Other than your initials? You know the guy in the other tower? Weird astronomy professor guy?
Can you see him from your window? Can he see you?
Oh! Okay, hold on.
Something I also did realize. We never did
What?
talk to Felix about like all the other people because we stopped at Fifi asking about everyone. That's when we got our suspicion. We were working our way up. So, did we ever talk to Felix about how he views all the people on the right side?
I don't think we did. Let's go do that. Oh no, we did.
No,
It's all
that's.
done.
I said Felix. That's
Feel it.
Fritz.
Oh,
That's Fitz.
the dad.
Yeah.
Oopsie. Felix Fitz are really close together. Sorry.
There we go.
My daughter Fiona, our little burgeoning genius. You've met her?
We did. She's going by Fifi these days.
So I've heard. I asked her some weeks ago, what's wrong with your real name? She told me, get this, she wanted a name with an even number of syllables. She makes up the strangest things when she's under pressure.
What makes you think she made that up?
I happen to know the real reason she prefers Fifi over Fiona.
Oh yeah?
It's what Freya called her.
Oof.
Aw.
Alright. Gotta pause right here really quick. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, I'm back. Alright.
Quite the character, eh? A fellow member of the Order of the Crimson Cloak.
Is that a real thing?
No, I just meant to, because we both wear, you know, red capes of a sort.
Has she questioned you yet?
If you call that questioning, she seemed bored by everything I had to say. I heard on the grapevine, supposedly Hawkshaw is searching for some rare item, something called the Golden Beetle. Honestly, it's probably a bunch of sensationalist rubbish.
You reckon?
Quite sure. There is no treasure called the Golden Beetle.
How do you know?
Because I would have heard of it. Fitz? I don't trust him. He's slippery. Never commits to anything.
See?
Brain like an onion.
An onion?
Did you two have an argument?
No, but my daughter doesn't like him at all. And I trust Fiona's judgment entirely. Yes, she's a very vigilant young woman.
She's 18. Or 19. How old is she again? I forget.
I forget also, but she's like very smart.
She is smart, but you shouldn't be fucking taking your daughter's advice when they haven't had a full, like, life experience yet. Like, she's only lived in this tower, and that's it. You shouldn't be, like, taking your daughter's views as the right thing to do. Just because she's smart.
Percival Pointer. Yes, good old... So, what do you reckon?
I didn't
Is
even
he
look
the
at-
murderer?
I don't know, maybe. We still need...
That is not information we're willing to share at this time.
I'm just saying, keep an eye on him. Holds on to a lot of bitterness, does old Pointer. Just because he's always struggled to support his family. Slightly pathetic, really.
And how long have you known him?
Over 35 years.
Childhood friends? Rivals?
Don't know if I'd do him the honor of considering him my rival.
Damn. Okay then.
Penelope seems to have really settled into a groove. She struggled a bit when she was younger. Always a little estranged.
How come?
Well, she was mostly raised by her uncle, and he really only makes time for his own daughter. Now, of course, she's bringing the two families together through her marriage. It's a nice gesture, heartfelt, but futile. Poppy's a good friend to my daughter, always has been. I think they get on well because they're so different.
Different like how?
Poppy is, she's quite introspective, good with feelings. Fiona, not so much. Still, Poppy always seems to be sulking about something.
The heavy, heavy price of emotional intelligence.
As far as I know, we never actually did finish, like, questioning Flora about every single person. There was a few left.
Yeah. There is one thing I want to do though first, because I had the sudden realization. We never looked at Pointer's telescope.
Oh, did we not?
Because we weren't given, we had to introduce ourselves first. And I don't think we touched the telescope afterward.
Oh.
So I wonder if we can touch it now.
Every astronomy tower needs a telescope.
I want to try.
We can! Okay, where's it pointing? Huh?
So you can see her from there.
You can see right into Flora's room.
Not by accident.
I can see Flora, but she's not looking this way. She's looking up. Behind her is the backside of the easel holding Freya's unfinished painting. I can't really see anything behind it. Not from this angle.
Also, you notice anything else strange? Not in the room. I'll say that.
There seems to be an upstairs.
Is that a window?
I think it is.
Is there another room above Flora's room?
We should check that next time we're over there. I can see the doorway. It leads into the hall. The door itself is on the floor, knocked off its hinges. Isn't this supposed to be an astronomy telescope?
It is supposed to be an astronomy telescope.
I'm pretty sure you need to see the sky for astronomy to work.
I can't move it. I think this is just how it's set up.
Heh.
Is he peeping on her?
There's
That's so
something about
creepy.
Pointer's astronomy habits. Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
Finally.
So, Professor, what interests you about astronomy exactly?
It's not a matter of being interested. Once you expand your mind to the wider universe, it cannot be unexpanded.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been an astronomer?
I really don't like to give exact values unless I'm sure I can quantify them.
Convenient.
Why do you ask me these things?
I have a theory about you, Professor.
Oh? Go on.
You're not really interested in astronomy at all. That sounds like
That
the only
seems to be
logical one.
that seems to be the most logical. Like, do they say something silly if you choose the wrong option?
Kinda, yes. Not so much silly, but it kicks you out and you have to start all over again.
Okay.
You're not really interested in astronomy at all.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I think you're interested. in a slightly different field of research.
We found this in your little cubby.
I don't have time for tiny, insignificant insects. My studies focus only on the inconceivably large and the unimaginably far away.
Right. That's why you like using your telescope so much.
Yes, naturally. My little portal into another world.
Yeah, about that.
Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky.
Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky.
First, you accuse me of being a lowly entomologist. Now you're accusing me of, what, spying?
Are
Yes.
you spying?
Yeah.
Why
spy?
would I need to spy on Flora?
Why? Because you lost your golden beetle specimen, and it's made you paranoid. You think somebody stole it from you.
Might not have been Flora you were spying on. Might have been Freya.
It's a very precious specimen, incredibly
It's
rare, valuable in ways you could never understand. Freya was always sneaking around, both towers and in the gardens too. She was definitely up to something.
So, this next question is important. You were looking to Flora's room around the time of the murder. Did you witness the crime, Professor?
No, I didn't. When I looked into the room, Flora was already lying on the floor.
Flora? You mean Freya?
No, Flora. She was lying by the window. I couldn't see Freya at all. It was fairly dark. The telescope isn't at a very good angle. That's why I decided to head over there myself. I needed to know what was going on.
This changes your statement, doesn't it?
No, everything I told you in my statement was true.
Apart from the reason you left your tower in the first place.
Right.
Oh, we got another question thing.
Let's go over what we know about the crime scene.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do these.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we got a lot.
Freya was definitely up to something.
Something to do with the statue in the garden, I think.
Maybe we should go back and check. And
Okay, we
could
got a
have
lot
missed
of things to do. Oh god. Do we want to do this first? Do we want to check out the attic or the garden?
Well, the garden's just right. Wait, the garden is in like the one next door.
Right
just the
here,
lake
yeah.
and yeah, it's right next to it, so might as well just do that.
Ah, whoopsie. Item. Oh,
That wasn't there before.
This wasn't here before.
What
That's what I
is
said.
it?
It's a little wooden toy. Looks kind of like a crab.
There's a note stuck to the back.
What does it say? Grimoire?
huh?
This is my new friend. He likes music. Simple melodies will move his soul. Best of luck, you two, Freya. Best of luck, you two,
Freya. Signed Freya. What the actual fuck?
That's signed by Freya. Like, best of luck, you two.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what?
Okay then.
She's dead, right?
Yeah, she's dead.
What do you think? Is it really from her?
How can it be?
Why don't we check the handwriting with Freya's diary?
Good idea. Hold on.
Oh, that's good,
Wow.
actually.
It's a perfect match.
So scary.
Is
Oh,
she
it's
actually
confirmed.
dead then?
We have a ghost helping us.
Let's keep this to ourselves for now.
What about the little wooden toy thingy?
Maybe we can put it to some kind of use.
Oh. Unfinished business. We're in a new chapter finally! Holy shit! Woo! Okay. Should we head to the basement now and then talk about the crime scene?
You mean the attic?
Or the attic? Yeah. Bleh.
Let's go to the attic.
Creepy. Why is that blackened out?
Someone painted out the window.
Do you think it was done recently?
No idea. Either way, it's pretty suspicious. What's in that little box? I bet it's bones. A skull, at least.
You know, maybe I won't open it.
Oh.
Just dusty junk. It's a statue of a wolf, standing up straight, like a man.
You know, there's a name for that.
I know.
It's not quite as dusty as everything else up here.
Huh.
Also, it's not a statue. It's stuffed.
Interesting.
It's a jar. The head screws off.
Huh.
Alright. Let's see, what else?
Nothing catching my interest.
I'm sorry, is this spooky attic boring you?
Kinda.
It's time to find out what this light is pointing at.
Where's that light coming from?
Well, it's just daylight, I think. There's a decent gap between those floorboards.
Oh no.
Is that what I think it is? Is that what I think it is?
You get it, right? You're silent, so I don't know.
Was she murdered from up there? Because it's
Looks
right
like
over
it.
where she quote unquote died.
Yep. And then one last thing.
What is that?
Not sure. Some kind of reel?
Looks like it might attach to something.
Ooh.
A brass reel with a screw at the top. Coiled around the reel is a length of fine red rope. We got everything now.
Yay!
Alright, so that means there's nothing left to do but talk about the crime scene.
We know a little more about the crime scene now. So, what do you think? Was Freya stabbed by her own painting?
Nope.
No.
Blood from the paint pot was used to paint the red tip of the painted ink dip bird to resemble a bloody knife?
Blood from the paint pot
Yep,
was
there we go.
used to paint the red tip of the painted ink dip feather to resemble a bloody knife.
I think you're right. Can't decide if I'm disappointed or relieved.
I have a question. Why?
Either it's a very strange coincidence, or somebody set it up.
Somebody deliberately put blood in the paint pot and hid that feather after the crime. Why? To distract us?
Possibly.
Well, it worked.
Possibly.
Flora's the only person who could have hidden the feather, unless someone took it from her.
Let's go over what we do know. The door was locked the whole time. It stayed locked until Fitz kicked it down. Normally, it can only be opened from the inside. Pointer said he couldn't see Freya from his telescope, but he did see Flora lying by the window.
So whatever got Freya got Flora too?
Except Flora survived. She didn't get a stab wound like Freya did.
Hold on. If there was no knife, then what did stab Freya?
It could be anything. It might not even be important.
How is it not important?
Right now, I'm less interested in the what, and more interested in the how.
The angle of Freya's wound suggests she was stabbed at a perfect right angle. That is, from directly in front of her. But she was standing right up by the canvas.
Somehow, Freya ended up lying on her back, still perfectly in line with a painting.
Maybe something went through it.
Through the painting? Wouldn't that leave a hole?
Okay, well, how about this? How do we know Freya was stabbed before she fell over? Maybe her being stabbed and her falling over are completely unrelated.
Good question.
I'm kind of puzzled.
So, she definitely fell over before she was stabbed, is what they're saying. Because how could she have been stabbed if she was standing right up against the painting?
So, that means, like, she fell backwards for some odd reason and was stabbed from the attic by something being dropped onto her.
Yeah, and whatever that thing was pulled up. Hence why we never found a weapon. So, And now all we have is this little...
Well, if I remember correctly, Poppy can play a tune on her piano.
Okay. Let's head over to Poppy's. I think it was...
Yeah,
this.
it's mine.
Can you play the tune for us?
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Oh.
Ah.
Piano. Oh! I remember. Okay, so... I think we're meant to do this puzzle now.
I'm still not sure about this thing.
Should we take another look?
Cause see? Piano. So this symbol is the piano. So we need... birds...
The bell.
The doorbell, maybe. Because that's the only bell I remember. And then someone talking. I know where we can get
come back
birds
later.
and... There we go. Bird song. And then the doorbell is over here. Maybe...
And then there was a fourth one, but it involves lifts.
I think I know what we need to do.
Okay.
So, we found this cassette tape near the harp. Maybe we need to play this.
Maybe. It did have a little bit of an eerie note to it.
Yeah, and plus someone, if I remember right, someone was humming.
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
It worked! We did it! Okay.
That's all
Still
four
eerie as
melodies, I
heck, though.
think.
Hmm?
It's still eerie as heck, though.
Oh, yeah.
So, what do we do with them?
Should we go back to the gardens again?
Yes, we should. And let's insert
Let's
them.
try this again.
You know, I think we might be...
Oh, whoopsie. Sorry. Let me try it.
I'm sure we can solve this now. Let's try this again.
I want to hear what Grimoire has to say. Damn it. Oh well. So it's this, that, and this.
That's gotta be right.
Nothing. Maybe it's broken.
Damn.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Secret tunnel.
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
Right into the maw of the beast.
Another chapter.
Oh, that was a short chapter.
Underneath.
Whoa.
According
Wait.
to those people who just really not like bugs, this is gonna be a lot of bugs. Okay.
What's in there?
Hey, look.
It's a little diagram of a beetle, with some incomprehensible notes scribbled next to it.
That's weird.
What?
It looks really normal compared to the beetles behind the glass.
9 beetles. All different, all dead.
Poor little guys.
There's a bunch of notes written all around them. It's mostly numbers. No idea what they mean.
Like, wasn't that the golden
A
beetle?
cracked
top
glass
right?
tank with 9 little rooms.
Yeah. It was the golden beetle that was drawing.
Each one has 1 or 2 insects inside. I can't tell if they're still alive.
I like that you called them rooms.
It looks like they're being boiled, but the liquid is ice cold.
What a mess.
Any idea what this is all about?
Oh, hey!
Is that a periodic table?
No, but it does kind of look like one.
What are those symbols?
They're alchemic symbols. Mostly based on the planets, the sun, the moon, stuff like that.
Huh. This looks like it was drawn in a hurry.
Didn't we see those same symbols in the greenhouse?
We did.
Hmm.
So...
So, looks like pie.
Any idea what this is?
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, continue this part.
Nope.
So, on the right, looks like pi followed by
A
backwards.
one.
Backwards E.
Then it...
Then it's a W. Then looks like an upside down ribbon, followed by possibly a weird looking I. Then an S, and then an X. And they're
And
all
then there
numbered.
are numbers too,
Yeah.
so like... This is A, this is B. C, D, E, F, G... Wait, no. This is... No, G. This is G.
2, 3.
Hold on, I need to write this down, because this is a part of a puzzle I didn't do.
Hold on, Molly. Sending you your way.
Are you taking a picture?
Yeah.
Okay, that will actually be a better help, thank you. Actually, I'm gonna take a picture of it on my end, that way I can draw on it. Helpful tip for those who have Windows. You automatically already have a tool called, if you were to type in your search bar where your homepage is, called a snipping tool. Basically, all you need to do is open that up, press new, and then you can click and drag a box and take a picture, and then you can draw on it. Very helpful for puzzles like this. So, let's see. And I'll have like little images to show what the hell I'm doing. So, if 191 is A, I'm already regretting the drawing. This is A. Next to it is B. 195 is C. 196 is D. G is 206. I feel like I should put the number on top of it too, now looking at it. 201 is F, and it's 6. H is 209, and it's 8. And then, I feel like there's a hidden puzzle in this somewhat that just we don't solve in the game. I feel like we need to go look at that piece of paper in the garden again at some point. But till then, let's keep looking around here maybe.
Is that a lab coat?
Warning, hand wash only. Size, small.
Anything in here?
It's so dark. I can barely tell what I'm looking at.
Oh, I can see a safe here.
Is it locked?
Seems likely, doesn't it?
Oh, I
Weird
remember
looking
this
safe.
puzzle. I hated this puzzle.
I'm pretty sure the latches can slide into the middle.
What's the problem with this puzzle?
So, you want to connect this line over to the lock, and you unlock it. But you do that by pulling all these levers, and you have to make a literal maze for it. It's just really hard to start off sometimes, if I'm remembering right. So, like... maybe this was right then. Then I don't have anywhere to go there. Ah! Okay, I think if I remember right, going backwards is the way to go when it comes to this puzzle.
Seems
I
like it.
think... no? No. Oh my gosh, why is this so difficult? You see why I hate this puzzle now? It just takes so long to figure it out. Oh my gosh. Okay, no.
Reset the puzzle?
Yeah, please. It has to be that. Because that's the only one that reaches that far, I feel. Yeah. It has to be that. So it has to go up. It has to turn. Or not.
I feel like that middle pink one's not right.
Well, I can't pull it down any further, so it has to be that bottom one. Or maybe we do the orange?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, can you pull the orange a little bit more forward?
Well, I can't loop it.
No.
So that's it. This way. Then I don't have anything that can... Oh, okay.
Like I said, move the orange one forward a little bit more.
But I can't
That's
loop it,
too
huh?
much. That's too much. A little bit back. A little bit back. There.
Hun, and then it doesn't connect this way. Or are you trying to make it start here?
Yeah, like that.
Okay. Oh. I can't have anything hit here, so... Nothing can... Maybe... I hate this puzzle so much.
We know the blue needs to be right.
Like this?
Maybe
Is this
maybe
it?
like that.
But it doesn't connect. Maybe... Oh! There we go.
Let's see.
So...
Looks like it should.
That's the one.
Oh, thank God.
Ha!
Hey, not bad.
Okay, thank you, hon.
See, I can help.
Anything inside?
Yeah, more research.
Oh no. I can read
Huh.
this.
Okay.
Secret research. A folder containing research notes and diagrams. Number 1. Our unique flora and fauna is the byproduct of a number of as yet unidentified chemicals. Number 2. These chemicals are continually present in the water, forming clouds and filling the lake. That's apparently in small parentheses. This causes a variety of mutations in plants and animals. Number 3. Smaller creatures, such as arachnids, insects, mollusks, amphibians, and crustaceans, are the most affected. However, the chemicals may travel up the food chain and cause mutations in birds and reptiles. As far as we know, mammals remain completely unaffected.
Oh,
Whose research is this?
I think we know. It looks very...
Freya. It's obviously Freya's.
I don't think it's Freya's. Because the entomologist is Pointer.
This is some seriously in-depth research.
Wait! Wait!
So it's either Freya's or Fifi's or Percival Pointer's.
So people who have watched the whole series so far might recognize this creature. It's Boggy!
Which creature? Is it the fish-looking thing holding its arm out?
Yep. And doesn't that one on the top right kind of look like the serpent and that is like the statue at the where Detective Hawkshaw is?
I never got a good look at that statue, but I'm pretty sure once you pointed it out, I'll probably get a better look. Yeah.
I'll show it to you after we're done here.
That's
Yeah,
impressive,
so-
but it's incomplete. There's a section missing.
Ooh.
Sorry. Yeah.
No worries. Yeah. Number 1 shows all those, like, looks like periodic table stuff, but it's not. Number 2, not quite sure what I'm looking at and all that, but it shows the weather, and apparently something that looks like an egg with a question mark. And number 3 talks about the amphibians, the
Creatures.
looks like fish. I don't think reptilians were considered it amongst the creatures that were mutated.
Maybe amphibious.
Yeah. So that snake could possibly be an eel.
Maybe. I think we all know what belongs in here.
Yeah, definitely.
So, this is Pointer's secret lab.
Definitely
it-
seems like he's the one using it.
I guess not a lot of people know about the secret entrance.
Right. But if Pointer's the only one who comes down here, why would he need to lock his research in a safe? Who's he hiding it from?
He's just paranoid, especially about his golden beetle.
What do you think he's trying to do exactly?
Well, it's golden. Has been trying to breed the golden breeder in the underground laboratory.
Pointer has been trying to breed the golden beetle in the underground laboratory.
Why? Because it's rare?
Because it's gold?
Is that it?
I think so. I don't think he cares about entomology any more than he cares about astronomy. He just wants
I
to
get
get
it
one
now.
over on Felix. If he can breed his own gold, suddenly Poppy's inheritance is looking pretty,
Infinite. Might explain why he was so worried about losing the beetle. Maybe somebody did steal it.
might have been Freya after all. We know she was trying to get through the secret door in the garden.
She might not have known what was down here, though. Maybe she was just curious.
Curious, sure, but not naive. I reckon she knew what was going on.
I think we're still missing the bigger picture. There's no way this is all just about a beetle. We're done.
Ready to go down? Again?
How much time we got?
Oof. Well, we're gonna head down there next time, and next time we go down there, I think we're gonna reach the end of the game, guys.
Oh, wow.
So please, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye!
Never, never gonna wake